Niggas spent all these years on the block. Niggas spent all these years on the block and ain't got nothing to show for it. And then what a nigga do got to show, a nigga got on my own. So what I need you niggas for? Now I start to look at y'all like enemies. So in our reality, like I said, we gotta humble ourselves and we gotta come together, man. We gotta love each other. Cause that's what it's really about. Cause man, black people, if we got the strongest, we the strongest. Like in jail, nigga, on God, they separate us. It's 14 blacks to 72 Mexicans in there. And I told the police, I said, why y'all put us in there with all these Mexicans? They said because that's how it break down. Like that's how y'all can handle them.
Yeah. Snakewood Net Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
I have no idea what these weirdos is smoking. Ain't like they smoking dick. Oh my mama, D-I-double-C, girl. This nigga Baby Runner is proven to be an extreme weirdo beyond my expectations, cuz it's the same Nia that was introduced to the majority of the people that know him right now on the internet, the Wacko No 100 being extremely disrespectful to him, who you can now find regularly online on Whack Nuts, right? Oh my mama. Yeah, anybody else know what's up? Y'all seen what's been going on lately. And if you don't, let me give you a brief, what you call it? Summary. So me and Baby Run have been affiliated for quite a few years now, based upon, from what I can remember, started content creating type ended up on my platform, Factual Fillers on Street TV. He's been on my platform on the Black Box via stream multiple occasions. We've had private conversations. The only times we ever seen each other intentionally on purpose with foreknowledge, at least to my knowledge, he may have known I was coming. I'm not sure, because he got on the phone one day and told me I'd be fucking with his homies that be hating on him. He didn't specify anyone. I fucked with everybody from 40s that be online, except Doty 6, from 4 Extras to Spody Face to Pee Wee to Lupe. Forgetting anybody, everybody I can recall from 40s that's been online, I fucked with. But he had to express to me, yeah, I see you be with some of my homies that I don't fuck with. I never had no idea, concern, or clue who he was actually referring to. But every time that we met on purpose, oh yeah, and I also fuck with D-Jack, another high profile or visible public nigga from 40s. I even fuck with Bobcat. We keep it a Google. Oh, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, only time I ever bumped into him unintentionally was at a studio where I knew I came with a 40 and I knew a 40 owned the place. Every other time I've seen him, it was based upon us planning on meet together to create content for positivity. We've shared numerous conversations throughout the last few years. So when Kicking Cat being booed was falling apart, something was said about me allegedly saying Mika busted open for me on FaceTime, which I've never said. It has never happened. So unlike my normal routine, I found myself expressing, well, I'll be honest, I found myself explaining to Baby Runner that wasn't true, and trying to get him to understand that wasn't true when he called me with Mika on the phone, trying to have this weirdo type conversation that I do not typically engage in. I tried to appease him because I'm thinking he a loke, and I thought we was going to get to understanding, right? So I entertained the bullshit conversation with the bitch. Then he's steady on the phone trying to convince me that it ain't got nothing to do with the bitch. So I'm asking Cut, like, why is she on the phone? So she gets dismissed off the phone. He's steady trying to explain his issue with me, which is something having to do with me. Now it don't have nothing to do with me. He believes I didn't say she busted open, but whatever, something I said to my co-host of my show at the time about Wacko No 100, little bitch that said she put 3 fingers up his ass. This is who I was talking about and dealing with. Was that I wasn't dealing with Baby Runner, Baby Mama. I was dealing with the bitch that said she did the 3 fingers up Whack, right? So something I said to my co-host about her caused him to say that he feels some type of way. This is what he told me. Now, everybody here under the sound of my voice know I don't give a f about near feelings, especially if they're attached to a female. When I ain't never met none of that, especially not one that tells me you only are attempting to maintain custody of your children so you can keep the county income. This is what she got to say about you. So when you was calling me on the phone and she on there with that attitude like she got your back, calling you baby daddy, she was really just praying I didn't bleed her. She really hoping I don't go through my DM and show them screenshots when she was, Spider, why you don't never call me? Because you know how she tried to act on the phone. All this about a bitch. But anyway, back when it happened months ago, earlier this year, around February or March, I believe. It could have been April. Months ago, though. Cuz made me aware of his intention to want to physically harm me. Told me he wanted to squabble. Bro, I'm the type of person, I don't speak about my intentions to do violence or physical harm to anyone. Even if I made up in my mind, it's just something that I talk to myself about. I don't announce it to anyone. And if somebody expresses intentions to harm me, even if they're asking for my permission to participate, I just take a note, like this nigga want to hurt me. You feel me? So I just take a note. I have had nothing to say to cuz since, especially when in the same week, he was on the phone screaming at the top of his lung over extremely extra emotional about Wendy from 6'7", trying to get into it with a nigga from 6 Deuce East Coast. My homie, right? Same week. I just saw a pattern and just removed myself. Okay, cuz want to fight. Whenever I see cuz, I guess I'm going to have to deal with the fight. That's how I felt. It was private. I didn't have, can't disrespect him. He's in his emotions, he's in his feelings. That's how he feels. I don't give a fuck about how he feels, but hey, he felt that way. I didn't argue with him. I didn't try to convince him to feel otherwise. Only not past the point where I stopped communicating. It's okay, it is what it is. This nigga is such a slow tard. Upon his own suggestion, he invited his homeboy to come on the conversation with us to discuss these issues. His homeboy told him he was wrong. He still pursued the same course of action. I happened to mention that recently on my live when I addressed his song that I've still yet to hear. I've got multiple reports that he said I was a mark and that he need a fade. I don't give what nan nigga need. I don't give what nan nigga want, especially from me. As a human, as a man, the desires of another man don't concern me whatsoever. I don't give a whatever it is, a fade, a favor. I don't care what another man wants. It's not my interest, not my business. Men have to fulfill their own wants. And if you want something from me, it'll be a cold day in hell before I oblige if it includes you doing harm to me physically. You get it? I've been around long enough that to know that once violence is sparked, there is no predicting how far it may go. So many times, people have come with the best of intentions to do a fist fight. And that's where you get the phrase, don't bring a knife to it, you feel me, and all that, right? So once I find out a man wants to hurt me, there's people, Free Big Flux, shout out my nigga EC Red. I know niggas that have done prison time for punching someone and they lost their life. I've done time with both of them, Flux and EC Red. It is a reality. A nigga hit you in your temple and it could be over with. Although Flux and EC Red, in their situations, allegedly, someone was hit and then they hit another that they was knocked out. Then when they hit a harder surface, they subsequently allegedly lost their lives. You can be, this can take place. So anytime a person's talking about throwing blows, doing something to harm me, and then at my age, even younger, bro, if you totally win a fight and demolish a nigga, your body aches for 30, 40 days. I don't never foresee myself verbally committing to meet up with someone to engage in a process of giving them fair action to do me physical harm. That is totally slow-tarded to me. Besides the people who train daily for this, receive a check, get interviews, respect, I understand why that type of adult would engage, but outside of that, it sounds foolish to imagine a grandfather being willing to engage in such immature, ignorant activities. So, however, hey, I'm a man that's going to defend the space that I occupy. So any individual, this goes for anybody that tries to impede upon that, there will be consequences, anybody. And when somebody makes it known that they intend to harm me, you can imagine mentally they go on a certain list. And I left it alone. I don't have nothing to say, nothing else to speak about, talk about. However, months later, which was recently, days ago, allegedly, apparently, I guess, Baby Runner hoe ass felt like he needed to go into the rap booth and record his voice, telling the world what he already made clear to me months ago. I didn't share with anyone, didn't express it, didn't respond, didn't react. That's cool. I heard that one before. All right, that's what you want to do. Although Wacko No Honey marked you out on this internet, disrespected you to the utmost, and y'all bosom buddies now. You so pressed about wanting to do harm to me. Cool. At one point, I was in the projects, the Imperial Courts, and I just had a squabble with my homie. Baby Runner called me, allegedly calling himself, giving me props for whatever he saw me do on camera that he was proud of. I used that moment to ask him, like, cuz I just seen an interview where, mind you, I'm back in the projects after I had left. We up. The homies there, the real money bag ECs, not Asmo, the real money bag boys. It's a gang of homies right there, gang of PJs, some Comptons. It's A7s, Magic. We crippin'. Runner tap in because it's going live. And he trying to give me some props. I used that moment to say, cut this. I just seen the interview where the interview person asked you about your problems with Brick Baby. Mind you, I'm in the project cuz going through all I was going on one, on my tip, Theanism, on one, tequila down. It might be on the live, seeing me on my phone going to the cut, but I took the time to do this, to talk to Runner. He called to give me applause or props, humble, whatever. I say, cuz I just seen an interview with you and they asked you about your problems with Brick Baby. And you said, no matter what, you need that. Like, yeah, woo. And then they asked you, I don't know what was first. They asked about Whack or Brick first or second. But they asked him about both these dudes back to back. And his answer about Brick was, he need that fade no matter what. And his answer about Whack was, I don't got no problem with Whack. We squashed it. It's over. So while he called me in the middle of me doing my internet troll thing in the projects, not in my home, shout out to the PJs. I'm out of bounds as far as being at home, been on some extra shit. He apparently was impressed by my performance, or whatever you might want to classify it as. And he called me to give me my props. I flipped it to tell him I was unimpressed with his interview. And he told me the reason why he squashed this shit with Whack is because he didn't want to seem like he was having a problem over a bitch. And then he went on to proceed to be on Whack nuts on multiple times. He's online, tapping in, agreeing with Whack, asking any question, showing him respect, the biggest weenie online, Wacko No Honey. He also, there was a time when X4, Whack sold a dream to the 40s as a unit, and they thought that he could somehow provide some type of relief by looking out for X4, right? So I'm aware that Baby Runner had enough respect from his homies that they tapped in with him about Whack coming over there and them politicking with him before they went forward, based on the obvious disrespect that Whack had did publicly. And Runner squashed all that, and Whack had a green light to go over there in the 40s, even though while he was there, he tried to make it seem like he was a mob boss and start making niggas aware that it looks like I came by myself. But if you look on your cameras, it's niggas outside. Certain niggas was impressed by it. He's not aware that I'm familiar with all the ins and outs. But anyway, Baby Runner, I guess he had a part in saying that was okay. He greenlighted that. It was all cool. Him and Whack is buddies to this day. So he had a problem with something I said to my co-host about the bitch or something, whatever. He had a problem. We tried to talk. He told me months ago he had a problem with me. I left it at that. He wanted to do physical harm with me. I know how to deal with those type of declarations. Compartmentalize them. I don't have no homies, no friends, no family members, no brothers, no loved ones that want to physically hurt me. They don't exist. Anybody that has in their mind anger, malice, and wants to physically harm me is an op, period, point blank, each and single one of them. I don't care where you from, what you done did, where you been. You want to physically hurt me, you an op. So I just took it at that. It's been months. I never told y'all, and I figured, hey, was another individual, February 13th, told me in front of 20 people on a group text, hey, Spider, let's quit this trolling. Let's play ball. I didn't respond to it. I didn't like it. I didn't say no. I never mentioned the person's name, and they continued trolling me all the way up until June, July, maybe even August. They just finally stopped, I believe. They had a conversation with Loose Cannon Brother, was still bringing my name up in a trolling fashion, but I didn't trip. I just figured the ball game was off because, you know, when you say in front of 20 people, Spider, let's cut this out, let's play ball, I just assume, I haven't said nothing, go. February 13th, I haven't said anything since the individual. So once this dude told me he wanted to hurt me, I just had nothing else to say to him. I blocked him. Then months later, he dropped this song, put my name in it. So yesterday when I was live, not thinking about him once again, fresh off of work, shout out ILWU, my union. An injury to one is an injury to all. Getting that good 9 to 5. Came to my other place of employment, my self-employment, my platform that I've created, the Black Box, and I just went live because I had got stood up by a potential guest a couple of days ago that got in my DM, and he was just so, he showed such a lack of understanding and delusion on my behalf. Without naming him, I just wanted to share the experience with my audience and get their perspective, which everyone seemed to agree with me, a Google %. While I was doing that short live, someone mentioned Runner dissing me. And I used the opportunity to just give my natural reaction to Runner speaking my name, talking about he want to fight, hurt me to the public after he told me this in private months ago. I don't understand why that was not good enough. I don't know what makes him think somehow, some way, his delusional, slow-tarded mind, I'm going to agree to arrive anywhere to give you fair action at harming me. Anytime someone wants to harm me, my mind automatically assumes to calculate my potential to take every advantage available to me, no matter whom you are. At this point in my life, I don't have any associates, friends, homies, family members that would like to hurt me physically. There is never no prediction as to how far physical altercations can go. And anyone with any street IQ, gang IQ, knows this. Even when it comes to homies, bro, shit ain't always been a Google. I'm leaving it at that. And all I've ever done was attempt to respect and help him push whatever platform or agenda he had. But he somehow got into his feelings, to conversations attached to a bitch. So he did the song. When I got off work yesterday, I was live. Somebody brought it up and gave a reaction. Mind you, he's blocked. I'm through communicating with him about it because the opportunity I gave him to communicate about it, that was unsuccessful. So why keep talking to a nigga about something he's definitely not going to agree with you on? I'm not trying to convince you of my understanding, and we just see it differently. You had that. I ain't tripping. You fuck about talking to nan nigga, period. But anyway, today I'm waiting on, where's it at? Oh, I threw the box away with this package. Anybody know anything? This, you'll see, this is a GMV, you see, GVM. Let me see this. This goes to some studio lighting I've been waiting on. And I've been having difficulties with deliveries. I mean, I've got refunds and got Amazon gift card and return, order something, it didn't show up. So expecting a delivery on a Sunday, my phone is set to where if you're not stored in my phone, it doesn't ring. I got a call from a 909 number, and me anticipating this delivery, and I'm gonna tell you, I bet you I got an email letting me know what time I actually got the delivery. Because now it's 4:45, right? Mind you, I still ain't heard the song. I got a song with Runner. He don't rap nowhere near on a level enough for me to take the time to listen. I just trust what people told me he said. So you see that? This delivery I was waiting on. And this email came at what time? 4:13. So it's 4:45. We've been in this live for 20 minutes. That's 4:25. So that lets you know the only reason I called this 909 number back, and I'll show you a screenshot. I'm gonna cut off the oh, he tried to FaceTime me. I didn't know who it was. I'll cut off half of the number, and I want to get Cuz's number out, right? So y'all can see what took place. I got a call from that 909 number, And I've been having such problems with making sure I get my deliveries. Sometimes when, there's units here, I didn't want to know if the deliverer may have been lost or something. So when I saw I missed a call from a number and it didn't say potential spam, I hurriedly called it back. And I hear this peaceful, friendly voice saying, "Hey, I'm thinking it's UPS." And then immediately, the voice starts sounding familiar. I'm like, "Who this?" He's like, "You know who this is?" And Runner got a distinctive voice. So mind you, he's been blocked on my phone for months. He called me from a phone a number I don't have no idea he snuck up on me. So instead of hanging up, which was my first mind, I'm like, "It's the deal, cuz." He like, "You know who this is?" I said, "No, I didn't." He don't know what I'm going through with why I even answered the number. My phone don't even ring. He see it didn't answer. I called cuz back. That's a missed call and a call back. My phone don't even ring for numbers that ain't stored. So I'm really trying to make sure I don't miss this light, bro. So I called back to try to make sure that the deliverer is cuz. And his first tone of his voice is so peaceful. Otherwise, it would have been a hang up because I don't engage in arguments. I just don't. So cuz like, "What up, cuz?" And it started like it's gonna be friendly. And we start kind of getting the conversation. And basically he's trying to tell me I'm pushing a false narrative. So are you telling me it's a false narrative within the same week you called yourself angry with me and you expressed to me that you wanted to physically harm me behind a bitch? That you also was on the phone screaming to the top of your lungs, talking about harming the homie from 6 Deuce behind the homegirl from 6'7", another bitch? That's false narrative? Is it false narrative? Then he told me, "Bro, we get on the phone." He get on the phone trying to have a conversation thinking he got to be calling to get some understanding. But apparently not. I remind him while we're on the phone. I say, "Cuz, yo, G homie got on the phone and told you was wrong." I said, "I thought that was the end of it." I say, "But then you went and still trying to push this bullshit line." You know what cuz told me? He said, "You know what, cuz? After you got off the phone, the homie said and tried to convince me that the man that he allowed to come into our private man-on-man conversation to mediate, to pay third party, his G homie that he respected, that gave a decision between the three of us on the conversation, told him he was wrong. Not only that he was wrong, he articulated by telling him, 'You have misplaced anger.' Now he want to now describe this nigga as a weirdo, flim flam, can't stand on his word nigga that once I was off the phone said something different." He threw cuz under the bus. But long story short, he's still on the phone talking about meeting up and allowing him. He's asking for permission to harm me. I couldn't believe it. It's the most feminine thing I've ever been through. You popped up on my phone to talk to me again about some shit that was a secret between you and I that was negative, whatever, it was violent. Then you went on the motherfucking rap song and told the world about it. Now you calling my phone, still talking the microphone, the telephone. Stay off the motherfucking phone, cuz. I don't give a fuck about what Nan nigga got to say. I do know how to consider and respect homies. So for that purpose, you had some consideration. You had some respect. You have thrown it all away, cuz. You the goofiest nigga out of all the keyways I've been knowing as I've been pushing this machine in motion around the world for decades. You the goofball that called me talking about what Patrick Tate said. Bumpy, talking about cuz raised your crippin'. Not knowing cuz told on the G homie Toby. Yeah. You ain't know you, and you could thank Bumpy. Bumpy could thank you for this. He could thank himself too for jumping his goofy ass on the internet, popping my name. Like a mark, like the same mark you allegedly called me in your song, whack marked you out. Quit calling my phone, cuz I don't give a fuck how you feel. I don't give a fuck what you want. That's none of my business. It's not my concern. That's personal. That's between you and your motherfucking feelings. Quit calling me. I don't give a fuck. You already told the world. You let them know what time it was. You see, I didn't. Yeah, I guess you just had to get in the booth and say something about it. Go make another song, nigga. A rapping ass nigga. Oh, my mama. I don't know who, what, when, where nigga thought I was, cuz. Somebody tell cuz eat double.
SPR. exclusive. This is J.P. Banks Music. Black Box Productions.
When you're sticking to the script, it's a lonely road. Before they left the hole and tanked the big homie told. He know the way this testimony hold. On that low flow, they gon' politic on him cold. SPI Bank EC for really though. Used to really go, ask my nigga Chili Mo. Had a cold gun game, crazy knuckle up. Bust on enemies with baby double up. Back and forth at the main streets on 98. Q9 cell, me and Lil Johnny Ray. Posted up on Coden with a big ratchet. Way before Lil Wayne threw on that snitch jacket. Walked to York with Slim Bag, what up Big Drac? Gave them back they L cause you did that. Love my lokes even if we don't interact. Lil Mont, Baby Psych and Lil Black. EC. 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 EC.
SPI
EC.
exclusive.
EC. 97th Street, smack dead in the Middle East. Fuck the police for King Ron and Lil Reese. Tell the truth, SP3 never lack rhymes. Sometimes feel I might die behind my rap lines. We ain't in Malibu now, we in Maui. Baby Pie, EC, Bear, me and Wowie. Tico, Kiko, EC Red. Still can't believe Frankie and CC dead. Come to putting in work. Did more than a little dirt. Airbrush shirt. Big Milk, Lil Merc, Lil Box, Baby Ant, both souls, all the coops. First Street to 24 when we call the troops. Lost a legend when we buried Bug. Coach love to the riders that carry cuz, never seen it coming. Was a little foul, still took heart though, my hat off to Lil Owl. EC. 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 EC.
Baymax Business.
EC. Big Spot and Lil Spotter both got an Ezel. Tiny Spotter got 19, rest in peace, Ezel. Shouts to the females representing EC. The brownies to the quotas, rest in peace, TT. Big Tommy's son on the 7, that's State Pops. Me and mine never bowed down to J-Box. And that's the coldest crip a nigga ever met. Coldest crip I ever heard about, better yet. 33rd Neverary, only time a nigga ran. On the land, go ask my nigga Ran. ECG unit, came up a little show. Got told on by that nigga Lil Show. Went on TV, the homies did BT Ugly. Got love for Infinite and Lil EC Buzzy. For death though, that mean to my dying day. EC, that's all I've been trying to say. EC. 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 EC.
Black Box Productions.
EC.
Like, it changed my input on gangbanging. Like, I'm from Hoover, I'm still from Hoover. I'm always gonna be from over there. That's where I was born at, raised at, grew up at. Like, I can't change that. But what made me look at gangbanging different, I was like, damn, how many years am I gonna be faithful to this shit and be out here doing so much shit for this gang and I ain't gonna get nothing back? Like, it's like you start thinking like, damn, I'm being used. Like, I'm out here doing all this, nigga. I'm out here doing, like if I would have spent all these years in school, nigga, I'd be a brain surgeon or something.
Hey, Net Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.